right now.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shiva for Senate. Today we had an amazing day collecting more and more signatures with our incredible group of volunteers. We're here in Market Basket. But what I wanted to talk to you about is the decision that's coming for you in 2020. For far too long in American history, we keep electing lawyer lobbyists. Lawyer lobbyists, as I shared before, if you look at the percentage of the population of any country's politicians who are made up of lawyer lobbyists, you'll find a direct relationship. The more lawyer lobbyists, the more concentration of wealth, the more inequity. The more lawyer lobbyists, and particularly more lawyers who are politicians, more percentage, the higher number of prison incarcerations. And what I'm talking about is that if you look at someone like me, if you look at someone like yourself, working people. I've been trained at MIT. I have 4 degrees from MIT. My PhD is in biological engineering. Separate from running for Senate, I work as a full-time scientist. I've been doing that for nearly 40 years, since I was a 14-year-old kid. You're looking at someone who's a scientist, an inventor, and an educator. The kinds of skills that I have are the kinds of skills that the founders of this country had. The founders who could see 300 years ahead. And the policies that they laid down was based on their skill set. Today we have a bunch of really stupid, self-serving lawyer lobbyists. And it's about time that you really start thinking about, why are you voting for them? Why are you voting for people, for example, in Massachusetts, or if you're in any part of the country, who claim to know one thing, but they know nothing? And this decision is going to mean a matter of life or death. It's going to mean whether you live free or die. What am I talking about? If you take something like the coronavirus, do you think a lawyer lobbyist has any idea how to make decisions or policy around it? The answer is a big zero. In Massachusetts, it's me, Dr.SHIVA Ayyadurai, the guy who invented email, the guy who started Cytosolve, the guy who created Systems Health, the guy who gets up at 5 in the morning and works on creating new products to advance your health, new ways to understand diseases like Alzheimer's, cancer, etc. That's what I do for a living. Now, the reality is, what does a lawyer do for a living? The 3 lawyers, in fact, I'm running against in Massachusetts, they get up every day and they figure out how to manipulate you. They figure out how to get white-collar criminals who actually should be in jail off crimes. But scientists and engineers like me, and plumbers and electricians and nurses like you and others, we have to live with the realities of everyday life, the nuts and bolts of life. So when it comes to something like the coronavirus, you can look to me and you know that I actually know the kinds of policies that we'll make is based on reality. So when you look at the coronavirus, you have the entire lawyer lobbyist community on particularly the political landscape who see this as a political thing. So they want to scare you. They want to make things seem bigger than they are or lesser than they are, but they don't want to get down to the truth. The truth about the coronavirus, it's really bringing to the forefront what should have been brought up a long time ago. How do you increase your immune health? How do you strengthen your immune system? This is not about the coronavirus today or some other virus tomorrow or the flu. It's about, what do you do to strengthen the immune system? You're looking at a guy who's a systems scientist. I study systems. Your body is a very complex system. If you look at the many videos I've done educational videos as a scientist. By the way, lawyer lobbyists don't even know how to do these videos. They have to have 50 people write these videos for them, like the 3 idiots that I'm running against in Massachusetts. However, I take a little pen and paper, I get on the whiteboard and I just teach you, because it's in my knowledge set and I can train you and I can teach you to teach others. But when it comes to the coronavirus, you have to understand that we have about trillions of viruses in our body, trillions of bacteria. We don't see a lot of people dying here. The reality is, whether a virus hurts you or not is a spectrum. It's a function of the strength of your immune system. If you look at people who are immunocompromised, they should be very careful. We want to keep them protected, and they should also focus much more deeper on their immune health. If you take people who are very strong, who have been exposed to a lot of things, they have good resilience, they don't have much to fear. But broadly, all of us should be using food, nutrition, supplements appropriately to strengthen our immune system. Are you going to get that from a lawyer lobbyist? You're not. Look, the technology that I created, Cytosolve, which came out of my PhD work, models the immune system on the computer. We model cancer on the computer. That's how I discovered a true 2-drug combination for pancreatic cancer. Right now, we've modeled the immune system on the computer. And we have figured out combinations of natural products that can protect your immune system. And by the way, this kind of technology we make accessible to all of our volunteers, and we're going to make accessible to everyone. I hope you become a volunteer. And we would love to make it accessible to you. I'm not saying we're not going to make it accessible to all, but my point is this, that the people who come to our campaign recognize that they want truth, freedom, and health. And when it comes to something like the coronavirus, it's really about what are you doing to strengthen your immune system? What are you doing to make sure that the infrastructure in your city, in your country, in your state is done so you have clean water, clean air, clean food? That's how we get rid of infectious diseases. If you look from the 1900s to the 1950s, the massive decline in infectious diseases. From 1900, even before vaccines were created, we got rid of 98% of the infectious diseases. That wasn't because of medical interventions like vaccines. That was because of infrastructure. That was because of proper nutrition, vitamin A. That was because of clean water, sanitation. The sanitation worker and the plumber did more for infectious diseases than any pharmacist or medical doctor combined. That's what you need to understand. But scientists like me, system guys, that's what we look at. So you have a big choice. I'm being very serious here. You really need to decide, why the hell are you voting for lawyers? Why the hell are you voting for lawyer lobbyists? Why the hell are you voting for any one of these people when you have someone of my caliber that you deserve? Because I'm the guy who's going to make sure when a pandemic hits, are we doing the right policy? I'm going to figure out what the right situation is. I'm going to actually offer you solutions. Hey, start protecting your family with this kind of nutrition, with these kinds of medicines, this kind of ways that you protect your health. Obviously you want to make sure you're not hanging around infected people, but there are ways that you can protect your immune system. As I shared a few days ago, it's not the virus that hits you, it's the body's reaction to the virus infection. And that is called cytokines. You see, your body has a whole choreography in the immune system, your innate immune system, your interferon system, your adaptive, your microbiome, your gut-brain axis. So when you get hit by a virus, some people, they get a little sniffle and cold and they go away. And some people die. I don't think you want to be one of those people who die, who get severely hurt. And the way you do that is you figure out how you can take the right nutrition, the right substances, the right environment to let your body have proper what's called immunomodulation. So it doesn't release a cytokine storm, overreact, and actually kill itself. That's what's happening. So many of the people who are dying from these viruses, like the coronavirus, it's not the virus that's killing them, it's their compromised immune system. It's a system. And we live in a world today where we have compromised infrastructure. In Massachusetts, got an F in infrastructure. Charlie Baker, the Republican establishment, the Democratic establishment have destroyed the infrastructure system of this state, and they got a D+ in corruption. So come on, guys, you got to make a decision. Do you want to vote for idiots? Do you want to vote for scumbag lawyers, or do you want to vote for scientists like me who actually want to help you? It's really your choice. And what the coronavirus is bringing up to the forefront is, who are you going to vote for? Live free or die. Period. Thank you very much, Shiva for Senate. Get out there, donate to our campaign, volunteer for our campaign. It's time you had one of you, people like me, in the Senate fighting for you. It's time that you made the right choice for yourself. Don't do it for me. This is not my campaign. This is your campaign. I don't need to be doing this. I've made, $50, $100 million. I could be on a beach hanging out. I'm doing this because I love this country and I love everyday working people, but I do have a serious hatred for lawyer, banker, scumbags. Anyway, Shiva for Senate, thank you very much.